Dustin writes us, I'm a 37-year-old U.S. Marine, and I'm thinking about using Grease the Groove, GTG, to improve my pull-up numbers. I currently do 10 pull-ups. I can do 19 chin-ups. My goal is 21 pull-ups. Does Grease the Groove work? Have you seen others increase their pull-up numbers with Grease the Groove? Hi, I'm Dan, and I improve my pull-up numbers with Grease the Groove. Yeah. For those who don't know, it's a very simple concept. Really, it's the same idea Easy Strength is based on. And remember, the Easy Strength Omnibook is available at easystrengthomnibook.com. Okay. Greasing the Groove works very well. And it's the idea, gentle listener, that every time you pass a pull-up bar, you do a few pull-ups. And yes, there was a forward base in Vietnam where to eat any meal of the day, before you could go in there, you had to do 10 pull-ups. And if you couldn't, they wouldn't let you eat, I guess. You know, I don't know. If you were to do 10 pulls for breakfast, 10 pulls for lunch, 10 pulls for dinner, there's a pretty good chance within a couple of months you're going to be really good at pull-ups. In the same way repetition teaches us, the humans, just about everything, what we're doing is we're increasing the base of the number of pull-ups we're doing. Now, with you at 10, I would recommend maybe, so if you want to get up to 21, I mean, I've read some math things on this, but what I found is this is better. You want to do 21, let's just pick a number. And I'm just going to say the number is 3. So several bouts a day in the first couple of days, I would like you to do sets of 3 and totaling up to 21 reps. In fact, that's not a bad idea at all, is to do a couple sets of 3 every day. Don't even get close to failing. Don't even get close to struggling. And I would, if I could, if I were you, I'd pull myself, since you probably can do 3 pull-ups, probably nothing. On those pull-ups, try to get a little bit higher, a little taller, you know, maybe even hit the chest. If you can get your elbows back at the top, even better. So you're pulling up here and, you know, getting yourself even higher. I mean, as you go lower and lower, even better, though you might not be built for that. One thing I'm cautioning you, Dustin, to stay away from is middle-age pull-up syndrome, MAPS. If your elbows start to bark at you, you got to stop this program. Usually people get MAPS when they go to failure on pull-ups. Now, since you can do 10 and I'm asking you to do 3, so over the day, ideally over the day, you'll do 7 sets of 3. I would do that for, you know, a couple of days. I was thinking a week, but, you know, I don't know what your schedule's like. I don't know what your access to a pull-up bar is, you know. But if you can, try to do a week and just keep it right at 21. So the induction week is, you know, pretty blah. But what I want you to do by the end of the week is really feel how kind of springy, like you're almost like a rubber band when you do those pull-ups, okay? Week 2, you have 2 options. I wouldn't go up to 4 yet. What I would do if I were you, if you can, add another round or 2 the second week. So get yourself up to, sneak it up on 30 pull-ups. 30 pull-ups in a day doing sets of 3. You could, in your workout time, it's like you're working out for an hour, you know, maybe every 10 minutes you could do a set of 3 and just throw it in. I mean, you squat, you know, you're doing 5 sets of 5 in the squat. When you get to set 3, you do 3 pull-ups. Nothing, you know, doesn't hit any inroads on your body at all. You know, you're fine. So you know, maybe even have a little beeper or something while you're working out. If you're working out for an hour, you know, try to get 6+ bouts of the 3 pull-ups and then spread out 3 more throughout the day. So in week 2, I would like you starting to sneak up on 30 total reps. And if it takes you 3 weeks to get there because of time, you know, that's fine too. After you get to about 30, then I'd like you to slowly edge up to 4. So, you know, you're doing 30 total reps, but you're doing sets of 4, sets of 4, sets of 4. It's not going to work perfectly, but get yourself around that 30 number. Then do sets of 5, do sets of 5, do sets of 5. Get yourself around that 30 number, okay? Give yourself about, I'm thinking about 3 weeks of just this. And in this first 3 weeks, Dustin, it's not about crushing your pull-up number. The first 3 weeks is getting used to doing pull-ups throughout the day. So you could probably be fairly dressed. You might have to take off your jacket to do them, but you could probably be in a dress shirt and a tie and get 3 pull-ups in. The reason I say that is when I taught at one high school, when I first experimented with this, I used to do pull-ups in a tie all the time. The thing about 3 and 4 and 5, I never even broke a sweat doing them. It's not like I never broke a sweat. I didn't have time to break a sweat. You know, I'd jump up, 1, 2, 3, jump down. I'd go, whew, you know, because your heart rate jumps, but there's nothing else. After about the 3rd week, maybe even the 4th week, if you're struggling at all, then I want you to start thinking about, you know, slowly doing something along these lines. Since you can do 10, I'd like you to do, okay, so this would be week 4 or week 5, depending on how things go. What I'd like you to do then is change and start doing an actual workout. We've done grease to groove for 3 to 4 weeks, and now it's time to start training it, okay? So if you can, and I don't want you to do 10s. Let's just go to 8s. I want you to do, and this is the very simple program. I want you to do a set of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next day or 2 days later, 8, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think you can figure out where this is going. 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 8, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what you want to do is build yourself up to that you're doing 8 sets of 8 before you make a decision. Now, go for about 2 weeks on that. That one, is that going to work out? It might be 3, I'm sorry. Once you get yourself into a situation where you're doing 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of 8, take a day or 2 off and then test your pull-up. We're looking at about a 2-month commitment here. I think you'll be fairly close to getting your goal. In fact, there's a good chance you'll whip through it from the experience other people have had doing grease to groove. So what I'm asking you to do then is get yourself into having multiple bouts of pull-ups every day for 3 to 4 weeks. Then after that, have a workout session for 3 to 4 weeks where you're just playing with those sub-max numbers, but increasing the total volume. If that doesn't work, what we can do is another round of it. So when you do this test day after about 8 weeks, if that didn't work, you didn't get your 21, and that's fine, then I would recommend maybe 2 more weeks, but this time doing sets of 5, 5 to 8 to 10 times a day for maybe 2 weeks. And then after the 2 weeks, I don't want you to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The volume would be crazy. But maybe we can come up with an idea somewhere between 30 to 40, maybe even as high as 50 reps, but where you're playing with that number of 10, 11, 12 reps, and you just keep hammering those home. Maybe as few as 3 training sessions a day. Try to get 2 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10, 2 or 3 times a day in grease to groove. That should set you up. And for those of you who missed a point, he said right away, he's 37. So he's starting to get in that age where middle-aged pull-up syndrome might bite him. So it's a very gentle program we're recommending here at Gentle Listener because of his age and probably some of the baggage from being a Marine. And that's part of the job. So I just want to make sure you get there. And if that couple of month approach, that gentle, kind of from the book, run gently, run long, pull up gently, pull up long. If that doesn't work, then maybe you should ask somebody on another podcast. But I'm pretty sure it will, okay? And get back to me. I'd like to know how it goes, okay? Thank you.